Once again back to Ek Boon Soch Ki Tea Talk Train of Thought. We are back with the third episode with Mr. Ajay Rawal, General Manager in Marketing with Raymond's. So it was a very interesting insights to what we got from your first and second episode.
Thank you.
Amazing the way you have gone ahead with the journey, and it's when we talk in terms of Mr. Ajay Rawal, the person, how he keeps himself balanced and happy.
Oh, that's the biggest question you are asking any individual, sir.
That's yeah.
And you know what? I say there is one skill which is unfortunately not taught in schools or management institutes. And that skill is the ability to remain happy no matter what.
Whatever the problems are there, you have
Whatever
to be
the
happy.
problems are there.
Correct.
We generally seek happiness in three situations: an object, a person, and a situation. So an object is, suppose I want to buy a expensive watch. Till the time I'm seeking the watch, I'm happy. The moment I put the watch on my hand, happiness turns to ashes.
Correct.
Isn't it?
It's a desire to get something.
And that's true for every material object that we are seeking, whether it's a car or a home or, So that's object. Second is person. Now that's a big one. I want to be with that particular person.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
But when we are all the time with the person, there is something called as law of diminishing marginal utility. And it's therefore the ability to maintain a harmonious relation needs investment from both the sides.
Correct.
So even the person doesn't give you happiness after a period of time.
Correct.
Could not, may not.
It has to be more understanding between two of them.
And third is a situation. Okay, a promotion or some other aspiration.
Correct.
Once it gets achieved, maybe a skydiving. Once it gets achieved, you're back to square one. So basically, anything that is stimulated by the five senses, whether it is an object, whether it is a person or a situation, does not give us lasting happiness. So where is lasting happiness, honestly?
So
lasting happiness is only in something which stimulates the soul. So A.R. Rahman says, I don't have time because he's so engrossed in creating music. A singer, when a singer sings, he's in eternal state of bliss.
Correct.
When a musician is playing music,
he's in his own world.
Does he seek money at that time?
No.
Does he seek a person? Does he seek a situation? No, he's engrossed, and that's the bliss that they are in. I remember, seeing when people are gyrating during the Garba time, they are in state of bliss. Look at the satisfaction on their face.
Glow on their face.
The glow on their face.
Happiness and all
no amount of money can substitute for that.
Correct.
So therefore, I sincerely feel you have to be doing what you love doing. Then only you can get real success and happiness in life. Because when you are doing what you love doing, you are stimulating your soul.
Correct.
And therefore, this also reminds me of Bhagavad Gita's. I use Bhagavad Gita not for any religious perspective, but because it is a way of life. So if we see chapter 18, verse 13 and verse 14. Verse 13 says, Panchatani Mahabaho Karanani Nibodhame Sankhya Kritante Proktani Siddhaye Sarv Karmanam. Krishna says, Arjun, there are 5 elements that are responsible for everything that happens in your life, as written in Sankhya, the book of karma. And the next shloka says, the shloka 14 says, Adhishthanam tatha karta, karanam cha prathakvidam, vividhash pratak cheshta, devam chevatra panchavam. Adhishthan means the basis of doing something has to be right.
Correct.
Now let me correlate it with happiness. The basis of what you are doing, if that is not right, you will never get lasting happiness.
Correct.
Right? If I'm into marketing, because I love consumers, I love making PowerPoint, I love making presentations, I love enhancing my knowledge, understanding of what's going on in the marketing world. If I would not do that, my basis of being in marketing would be...
It won't serve the purpose as such.
It'll be like floxinocine hilipilification.
So it's
which simply means worthless.
You don't enjoy certain things which are there.
So Adhishthan, the basis of doing something has to be right. Karta is the doer, karne wala. So the knowledge, attitude and skills of the doer have to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your knowledge is not right, your basis of doing something can also be wrong.
Learning is an ongoing process.
Learning
Like.
is ongoing. So adhishthanam tatha karta karanam. Karanam are the means used.
Mm-hmm.
What are the means at your disposal? Not everyone has all the means, but at least whatever means are there
Which are of best utilization
should be utilized to the best of our ability.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than cribbing of you're lacking something.
Correct.
It's better to utilize what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes cheshta. Cheshta is the effort put in.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the basis of doing something is right, the doer is right in terms of knowledge, attitude, skills,
Correct.
the means used are reasonable,
Mm-hmm.
then the efforts have to be profound.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when these four are right, then the fifth element, which the shloka says, adhishthanam tatha karta karanam cha pratagvidam vividhash pratak cheshta devam chavatra panchamam.
Mm-hmm.
The devam means the divine providence.
Mm-hmm.
Even God, whatever name you want to give it, universe, nature, has no option
Not just, but to
but to support you in your
support
endeavor.
you in your endeavor. So you have to work hard. You have to keep on doing your karma. Like.
Absolutely. And therefore, the proverb in English which says, God helps those
Who helps themselves.
who help themselves. But how do you help yourself?
Mm.
The basis of doing something has to be right, the doer has to be right, the means used have to be right, and the effort put in have to be right.
To be right.
Once you do these four right,
Mm-hmm.
God has to help you. There is no option. That's what my sincere understanding of life is. In my tough situations, when I have persevered with what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere some miracles have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's universe rearranging itself to
Correct.
help me with what I was seeking
Correct.
so passionately.
You, if you're part of that particular activity, like with full commitment, dedication, honesty, and sincerity,
Absolutely.
I think divine is there to take care of the
Absolutely.
of the things
And therefore, sir, I tend to seek happiness within
within us.
rather than without. We are all seeking happiness outside.
Okay.
And therefore, the first thing, as I wrote in my philosophy also, the first thing that I do in the morning is to express gratitude for what I have today.
What I have today?
And allow me to narrate an anecdote if you don't mind.
Sure. Please, it's all yours. This is your channel, like.
So once a person died and he was taken up to the heaven,
Mm-hmm.
and he was being shown around.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw a huge hall. First he was taken to a hall where there were hundreds and hundreds of people who were working.
Mm-hmm.
They had computers, and they were taking some printouts, and everyone was filing it.
Mhm.
So he was pretty amused and curious. He says, which is this department? They say, this is the incoming department.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what does that mean? They said incoming department is because every time a person on earth makes a wish,
Correct.
it is registered here,
Okay.
and we take a printout and we file it.
You file it.
So he says, but human beings are wishing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, yeah, so every time the wish, that's why there are thousands of people working over here overtime.
Yeah.
And therefore, we have to file all the wishes.
Yeah.
He says, okay, so many. Yeah, then they started remembering how many times he would make a wish every time he'll get up every morning. Right? Then he was taken to another room. It was hall 1/10 of the size of this one.
Mm-hmm.
And there were much lesser people working.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also, taking printouts and filing them. So he asked, what is this? He said, he was told that this is the outgoing department.
Okay.
So he said, we can't gratify the wish of every person
Correct.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because in one home, there is a husband who wants a particular brand of car, wife wants a different make or a color,
Correct.
the son wants a different.
Correct.
And therefore, we have to be very selective in what wishes we grant.
Correct.
In one city, because it is summer, there's someone, people are praying ki, it should rain so that it's cool. And there are, AC sellers who are saying ki aur garmi pade.
Or garmi pade.
So that we make better sales of ACs and fans and coolers, etc. So he says we are very selective in wishes that we grant,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore we have much less people working.
Correct.
Then he was taken to a third room where there was only one person and he had no work to do.
Mm-hmm.
He says, what is this? He says, this is the acknowledgement department.
Mm-hmm.
And he was curious, what acknowledgement? They said, for all the wishes that we grant,
Mm-hmm.
there are very few people who express gratitude
Mm-hmm.
for their wishes being granted.
Mhm.
So this person, sometimes he gets a message and he files it, but otherwise he has little work to do.
Mhm.
And therefore we are only one person in this department.
Mhm.
So as human beings, sir, what I've understood is that, our ability to express gratitude,
Gratitude.
our ability to feel happy for whatever we have today. Yes, if we are happy, we send out that vibration in the universe.
Correct.
And universe will give us more occasions to be happy.
Mhm.
But if we do not express gratitude for what we have today,
Correct.
I don't think we can, gain more.
Correct,
So
correct.
my secret of happiness is this
Be
very
thankful,
simple
be
philosophy. Express, and every great teacher since times immemorial has always professed the benefit of being in the mode of gratitude, because it also elevates the vibrations of our body.
Correct. Get an energy on those basis.
Yeah,
Like.
exactly.
Okay. And how? What are the tenure of conducting these transformation programs?
Well, in the COVID period, online has been a great opportunity, and I've been fortunate enough that a lot of people have been kind enough to invite me for conducting a lot of webinars.
Mhm.
And I kind of have perfected how to conduct a webinar online and still hold people's attention for 2 hours.
Mhm.
But otherwise, on a regular basis, corporates, management institutes, they invite me. They're kind enough to invite me,
Mhm.
and I feel happy about it because that's my joy.
Okay. So it's I think in this third episode we came to know about basically how he leads his balanced and happy life, and also did spoke in terms of his success mantra which is there, and also insights about conducting the transformation session, what sir does. I think this is the best way of giving it back to society in spite of your being busy schedule at the corporate level, like, and maybe you're more concerned about the community at large, developing and nurturing them for the next level. But I think there is a more like I've just gone through your credential. I've seen like your hobbies are of singing also. So since being a time constraint, I think in the next episode certainly we're going to catch up how you keep yourself part of and singing, and then balancing both the your work life, personal and professional life, both too. So thank you very much for being part of this session.
Thank
Thanks
you
a
very
lot.
much.
Thank you.
So
very much.
kind of you,
Thanks.
sir.